For going on 2 years now, the CBS News investigative unit has documented how private equity and other investors have siphoned hundreds of millions of dollars from community hospitals with consequences that are devastating. The CEO of one of those hospital companies, Steward Healthcare, has been subpoenaed and will testify today on Capitol Hill. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. John LaPook, is here with the latest in this investigation, and it's ongoing. John, good morning.
Good morning. You know, Steward Healthcare treats more than 2 million patients a year. In May, the company declared bankruptcy, leaving vulnerable communities scrambling to protect their hospitals, and senators from both parties demanding answers.
This was the scene outside the Massachusetts State House 2 weeks ago, as patients and healthcare workers tried in vain to stop Steward Healthcare from closing 2 nearby hospitals.
What am I going to do now? I'm not the only one in this community that have chronic health issues.
They were the latest hospital closures under Steward, a Dallas-based company that between 2010 and 2021 bought up more than 30 hospitals across 8 states with the help of private equity investors. For nearly 2 years, CBS News has documented how those investors and Steward's CEO, Dr. Ralph de la Torre, extracted hundreds of millions of dollars while its hospitals struggled to get the life-saving supplies they needed.
To me, it felt like it became less about people and more about profits.
At this now shuttered hospital in San Antonio, we met Jessica Carrasco, a nurse who ran out of tubing for respiratory masks. And in Boston last October, a new mother died after a medical device that might have saved her life was repossessed weeks earlier because Steward hadn't paid its bills.
I think our entire committee is going to be horrified.
Now, our reporting has drawn the attention of Congress, including Democratic Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts.
This is just about the worst story that I've ever been exposed to.
A key finding of our investigation: private equity-backed companies like Steward have sold off hospital real estate, and instead of putting that money back into care, they've pocketed a large chunk of it.
What Dr. de la Torre and private equity has perpetrated is something that is so heartless, so cruel, and so harmful to the most vulnerable people in our society.
While Steward's hospitals struggled, we found evidence of lavish spending, including this $7 million Texas horse ranch Dr. de la Torre purchased in 2022, 2 corporate jets, and this yacht valued at an estimated $40 million.
According to a spokesperson, Dr. de la Torre has done, quote, everything in his power to overcome numerous industry headwinds and challenges, and has invested more in Steward than he's taken out of it. Do you buy that?
No. Dr. de la Torre is in violation of the Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm. Well, that's all he did.
Dr. de la Torre has been subpoenaed to appear before a Senate committee right here later this morning, but his attorney has requested a postponement and has said Dr. de la Torre will not be showing up.
And that is a contemptible thing.
Louisiana Senator Dr. Bill Cassidy, the committee's ranking Republican, says failing to appear could land Dr. de la Torre in contempt of Congress. Senator Cassidy's state is home to a Steward hospital.
What happened?
It's been unable to pay its bills, and folks are being turned away, and we're told at least one died waiting transfer. Now think about that. That doesn't sound like the United States of America.
Senator Cassidy says he is working closely with Senator Markey to address some of the financial maneuvers that allowed Steward's investors to profit as patient care suffered.
Although he's a liberal Democrat and I'm a conservative Republican, we are united. How do we make sure that people get the health care they need?
A spokesperson for Steward declined to comment. In addition to congressional scrutiny, CBS News was first to report Steward is now under criminal investigation. The federal grand jury is hearing evidence. Through a spokesperson, Dr. de la Torre denied wrongdoing. We've asked him multiple times for an interview, but he's declined.
So, Dr. LaPook, now that Steward has declared bankruptcy, I'm tempted to ask of the fate of the $40 million yacht and the 2 private jets, but let's ask what really matters. What happens to the hospitals?
Well, some of the hospitals have closed. They're trying to sell some of the other hospitals. But one of the big problems is, you know, when the company sold the hospital real estate, now that left the hospital having to pay rent. And so that's very burdensome. I mean, trying to figure out where the money is, the senators are determined to try to figure out what happened. It took us 2 years to figure out what's going on, try to figure it out. And I have to say, Michael Kaplan and Sheena Samu, our producers, have been just, you know, trying to do everything they can to pull open the curtain. And transparency, transparency, transparency. That's what Senators Markey
And on transparency, I said at the top that he will testify, the CEO. He's been subpoenaed to testify. It sounds like now he probably won't.
Yeah, I suspect he won't. Well, we'll see in a few hours.
All right, Dr. John LaPook, thank you so much.